Everybody to another episode of Critical Affection, where we affectionately criticize the pop culture that we love. And today, Brains is here with me.
Brains.
Love it.
And everybody's favorite being mean to people and making them not be able to die writer. It's not a spoiler. It's right there on her page.
It's true. It's true.
Author, creator of Path of the Pale Rider is Laurie Calcaterra, and obviously we all know her, right? Like at this point, like everybody knows you, right? The entire indie comics.
You never know. Like there's still people finding paths.
I would love it.
Finding, me and.
I would love if somebody new would just randomly pop into the stream and be like, Path of the Pale Rider, what's this? And go look at the page. It's by the way, is right there. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna plug my own first, really quick here. Go look at Produce Cats. It's cats.definitearticle.creative.com. And I'm not actually taking anything away from Laurie here because we have a cross collaboration thing going on. If you let's go ahead and look at what we got here. I have yours pulled up.
You do.
Ta-da!
Hurrah!
Wait, where did we go? Oh no. We're going. There we are. So let's see. You are funded, which is outstanding.
Thank you.
And why don't you just tell us about it right now? I know about it, but tell everybody who doesn't know.
Oh my goodness, everybody. If you have not experienced Path of the Pale Rider, you are in for a treat. So if you like things like spaghetti westerns, Book of Eli, some Fallout, Walking Dead with a sprinkle of cocaine bear on top, that's how we roll. Path of the Pale Rider is a world where death has been broken. Your body can die, but your soul, your energy, it does not leave your body at all. So you're stuck there. And it's people, animals, insects, and fish. We're all trapped here together. What the heck do we eat, Sarah? That's the biggest question on my mind. But we're in this world with our protagonist, Jude St. Clair. He is a cowboy who is still searching for the answer of what the heck happened. Trying to put the world back to the way it was,
Biggest, number one question in your entire universe, right? Is how do we fix this?
Yeah, because no one wants to eat the hamburger that still moves.
No. Gross.
No.
So we keep saying, Laurie and I keep saying, I have to do a live read of Path of Pale Rider issue 1, and I'm honestly just a little bit scared to do it. Like, I've had this book in my possession for a few months now, at least, and I'm a little bit scared to read that book. Like, it's just, at this point, you said that it's fine, there's no spoilers, that I'm, like, I can spoil that book if I want to.
Well,
I'm gonna be too horrified, I think.
No, I think you can do it. Issue 1 has been out since, July of 2022 we first published. And it's on, I think, Global Comics as a free read. I've given out, QR codes at Comic-Cons for people that are, on the fence, but they want to check it out. They can read it, issue 1 for free. So it's out there. You might as well spoil it.
Yeah, why not? I'm fully expecting. See, I want to say that you can't shock me, but I don't know. I for this specific, I don't know, because how can death be broken? It doesn't make sense. So I'm okay, so just that concept alone is a little freaky. So I am just ever so slightly I'm just a bit scared of this book. So yeah. I'll do it eventually. Maybe we should do that sometime this week so that you can you can try and get a couple more people if you get enough horrified screenshots or something. I don't know.
Well, and I just want
I've
to
heard I
remind
emote a
people,
lot, so.
what's different about this is that we don't have flesh-craving zombies. Like, we're going to talk about zombies tonight because of the show that we watched, the movie. But these are not that. These are people. They're just people. So, like, Sarah, you could die on a Friday, not realize all weekend and go to work on Monday dead.
And then not know until somebody's like, what is that smell?
Yeah, what's that smell? Or like, you look funny. But your personality is you, at least in the beginning, of course, until your brain rots. And it's like having dementia. And it's like, people can get violent or forgetful or, any kind of way because their brain is literally rotting in their skull. So it's a tough place. I want to make
actually
sure
got more in common with the movie that we picked
I think so, yeah.
than I thought it would. Because I forgot about the "you're still you" part of the whole not being able to die, properly die.
Well, and
so
it's different than 28 Days Later World because they're not technically dead, right?
Right.
Anyway, this is a 24-page issue in color. Pencils and inks are done by Gilbert Perez, who was so talented. And then Matt D. Chambers III, who does the colors, and he's been with us since issue number 3. And then, of course, it doesn't say it up there, but Rachel Bullock is our wonderful editor who keeps us from making multiple mistakes in an issue.
Very important and very underrated member of the team, probably.
She is great.
Too often unannounced, like the editor is so important. I mean, this art is really amazing though, so maybe it doesn't matter if you have a typo in there.
That's funny.
It's horrifying to look at, but it's really cool art.
Thanks. I think it would make good tattoos, right?
This would make a great tattoo.
I would love that as a tattoo. I have that as a shirt in a couple different colors. So
yeah. Oh, it is. Yeah, that's a really cool graphic. Okay, so you have a bunch of different people here talking about Insane issue 7. Issue 7 is a big deal, right?
Huge
big deal. So, I recommend if you haven't read up to this point, you've got a nice catch-up tier in here somewhere, right? So, like, if you haven't, then go ahead and get them all because you don't want to start on issue 7. You want to figure out what the hell is going on, right?
Right. You want to start from the beginning just because I try to have every issue be more explosive than the last one. And like, you're going to get bits and pieces of the breadcrumbs along the way with a solid cliffhanger at the end, which will make you want to know more. So it's a good read, but everything like 1 through 6 that we've been doing will lead up to what issue 7 is. And so it's a big deal.
I know you have a good digital catch-up, so if you don't have a lot of money, but you want to see what the hell's going on here, it's in here somewhere. It's a nice, there you go. I'll start at the beginning.
You can get just issue 1. You can get a mini catch-up tier. So if you want to do just the first 4 and not commit to all 7, because it is, I mean, like we're 7 issues in at this point, so it's kind of a chunk of money, but it's well worth it to do it on the Kickstarter as opposed to piecemeal it from my website, because you're gonna get the benefit of having the stretch goals. Like we're building a poker deck, and you can get, you can participate in the slice and dice, and you're gonna get stickers and all sorts of stuff.
You just said a whole bunch of stuff that somebody who isn't familiar with this is gonna go, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Right. We have a lot of really cool stuff on the campaign that only happens on the Kickstarter campaign.
You are like, okay, so you're like the handcrafted merch queen.
I am.
And so we got, let's start at the top here. We'll flip through these quickly, but
there's a lot of stuff.
Because there's a ton.
Go experience it for yourself. Watch the video, poke all the things, read all the bios.
Oh, right here.
And then you'll get an idea of kind of everything.
Go back, Path of the Pale Rider at this, and I'll put it in the comments as well. Okay. I'm going to put it in the comments right now.
Thank you.
I forgot to cue that up. I usually have it typed out already.
Like, I try.
This is not a professionally produced show, so you know, if you all were expecting that of me, I don't know why you're here, because this is not. This is. Oh, that'd be cool though if I could hire somebody to do all that stuff so that I didn't have to remember, because I'm horrible at remembering stuff. And then like my job is just to not make the show be boring to watch. Like that's, and I hope it's not, but I don't know. I don't watch it.
You have to train me to do this stuff. Then I can.
There you go.
Serve a purpose.
Well, you serve a purpose by being the other person who talks when we don't have a guest, so there's that. all right. Let's scroll quickly through some of these words here, because you got a lot of cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 2-cover combo, which is covers. Like the unique stuff is the stuff I want to kind of zero in on here, because everybody has covers, but
right,
you got some cool stuff that like the hot sauce. Like, I don't know anybody else has hot sauce.
That's awesome.
So,
hot sauce
secret rewards.
Oh, someone backed this. I'm so excited. You guys don't know the depths of my depravity on some of these. So the secret rewards are always fun, because I always come up with some great, wonderful idea that I'm going to make, and it will astound you. This one is wearable. I'm excited.
It sounds like a cross between like a grab bag and a monkey paw.
It is. It 100% is that. You
Yikes.
don't know what you're signing up for, and it could be anything. The first one I did, Brains, was a wooden box that I put the box together. It had like antique hinges and stuff. And when you open it, you take out this glass bottle, and it had ashes and bones in it.
What
And
kind
there's
of
a poem
bone?
That's
on the
fucked in
side.
such a good way.
And in the poem on the side of the box, I forget exactly what it said, but it was like, if you can hear the ocean in a seashell, what do you hear when you put the ashes of the undead up to your ear? Do you hear the voices of the damned?
Creepy.
That was the first one, okay?
Oh. Man, now
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
like on a scale of 1 to 10, how pissed off are you that you didn't get in on that secret reward?
A lot of people were like, what is this? And I was like, welcome to the secret reward. But I've done like 3D printed Big Jameses. I 3D printed working discs so they light up and everything. So that the gentleman there got one that time. Someone was brave enough to do it. And he got a red disc, so you can wear it and it lights up and it's legit. I've done laser cut bear keychains that I've inlaid with sterling silver wire, so they're fancy. And that's one. I did this real cool shadow box, and these are 3D printed, but like the layers come out, so we can change it out
and
and
big
do
in your
different
hair.
scenes and stuff. So
Nice.
this one's a little Western scene. Of course, we got Big James here with the sunset in the desert. So these are fun to make. But again, it's just, you have to just trust me about what's coming. It could be something really cool. It could be kitsch. It could be something really off the wall that you would never expect. So good luck there.
I mean, I can't imagine with all the other stuff on here, I can't imagine that anybody who backs for the secret reward is going to walk away disappointed, because like we said, Laurie's the merch queen here. These, I know that this picture is not doing these justice. I've cut stuff too, like, you and me are the only ones that I know that do laser cut stuff.
Yes.
And yeah, like, I know what they look like up close, so these pictures look really cool, but there's no way that they there's no way that they don't look cooler up close and in person.
It's like the foil covers and the metal covers and the wood covers, they're so amazing in person that there is no picture.
God, yes, really, like how freaking annoying is that foil cover stuff? Like, at least with the wood, like, you get the idea, like, but you can't take a proper picture of the damn foil covers to save your life. And I'm always like trying to put rainbow stripes across. I was like, that looks stupid. So just trust us on this. The foil covers look really cool. It's like that sheen, and like if you get the hollow stuff happen. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could do an animated one where it like shifts angle and you get a animated
Sure.
image of it. I wonder if that
If you
would
get
help.
Right,
you
it
could
still
get
doesn't. I've seen videos of it too, and it's just like, oh, the light's shining on the surface because it's shining. It's like it's not
you don't.
just shiny. You
Yeah.
know, it's not like shine from a paper.
There's a dimensional aspect to it too. You
Mhm.
just can't really capture it with film. It just doesn't work, which is just you don't even know. As creators, we are so disappointed that doesn't show through in pictures because we see it up close and we're like, come on. And you don't get to see that in pictures. And I bet that more people would back the foil covers if they saw how cool they look up close. But
We have a choose your own path, which is a choose your own adventure style book.
nice.
That's based in our world. You can walk around and run bounties and die 6 million ways. It's great.
Sweet. Trade paperback. Issues 1 through 4 already. You got a trade paperback. That's cool.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, already you got one. Like, obviously you have one. You've got 7 issues now. Duh.
Yeah.
Oh, no sad pancake.
I know. I had to update it so people knew these were gone. These went in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Remember,
weren't they gone
I was checking.
immediately?
I was like, "There's one left." I was like, "Nope, it's gone."
Yeah, I had this little bit of a grace period between having to actually join the stream that you were running,
Yeah.
and having to get ready for it. So like I was sitting watching it, and then you were like, "The sad pancakes are gone," and I was like, "Oh, what? Already? You have all your rewards for a tier claimed? What the hell?"
And I put them specifically as add-ons,
Uh-huh.
so that way, because I know people want like the wooden covers and they want the hot sauce and they want, William Russell and the main cover, and
Uh-huh.
they have a specific artist that they're following that they love. Like Gilbert has a huge following. So when it comes to these, that's why I put them in the add-ons, is so that you could still get the cover that you want and then add on a sad pancake, and that's really the way to do it because they are gone. This mug went. I only do one of these a campaign, and I'm going to change out the color and the style of the mug every time. They're fun. So, but it's going to be that POTPR design with the black interior. It's really cool.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, that right there is so, like, like your own custom piece of pottery. I mean,
yeah.
You know how much pottery costs to make? Like,
I'm not doing the mug. The mug is pink bisqued, and it's like the first bake, but I'm the one painting the design on and all of that.
Okay,
and then they
cool.
fire it for me, and there it is. So it's
but
not
still,
from scratch.
Yeah, if you're not hand making it, it's still handmade. Like that's.
I'm still hand painted. It's hand painted.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. I mean, just that picture is really cool. So, I'm. Oh man, but like, just pottery is so cool, and I want to do. I always wanted to do some kind of ceramic something for rewards, but they are expensive to ship.
They are.
So
I know.
expensive to ship.
But this person that claimed it, he usually gets a big box from me anyway. So there's some backers that automatically get like a giant box of everything. So
that's cool.
So
that kind of mitigates the shipping problem.
Yeah, like they're getting 27-pound boxes. It's just all the stuff is in there. That's what happens.
That must be really exciting to get those though.
I would love to see someone unbox a 27-pound book or packed stuff.
Right? But yes.
I'm always
like everybody, if you buy stuff from us, do not ever feel like you are going to bother us by tagging us in a million posts showing off your swag, because we crave your love. We want to see this stuff. We want to see you opening our stuff and being excited about it. That we thrive on that. So definitely always do that. Even if tag us in 100 posts showing off your Path of the Pale Rider merch. Tag Laurie in everything that has to do with Path of the Pale Rider. She likes to see it. Just trust me on this.
I do. Well, we spend a lot of time on this stuff. It's our passion. And so,
And you spend more time than most because, as we said before, handcrafted stuff here. This is all handcrafted stuff. Whoop. Okay, I was trying to scroll on the wrong screen. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Surprise swag bags.
Past the scented cover.
Yes. Oh, scented cover. Yes. What? What is it scented like?
I put it there. The scent is called Cowboy, and I posted this, and someone immediately posted like, I have concerns about a scratch and sniff in a zombie book.
And As you should. As you should.
I promise you, it is not stinky. The scent is called Cowboy, which I thought was fitting. And it's citrus, bergamot, sea salt, and amberwood. It's a very nice, subtle scent. And it's just a transparent sticker that I can put on either the front or the back of the book to add the scent. So again, you can add this on to any cover. So it's just a novelty.
Cool. Yeah, I was gonna mention that. Like, it's right there, and add to any cover. So you can pick whatever cover and then get it scentified. That's pretty cool. Okay, swag bags.
Swag bag brains. Yep.
Whoop, there we go. When you get a swag bag, you get random stuff. Woo!
Yeah.
So you can't get can't get a secret reward. You can get a surprise bag. There's stuff that's like secret reward or surprise bags are so fun.
And I did okay, so here's something really funny about this campaign. If you watch the kind of the trailer at the top, the little Kickstarter video, there's a link to a secret reward. It's the first time I've done this. So if you can find
you and Fish.
What?
You and Fish with the secret stuff. Fish is like he's telling me about his secret crap in his second issue of Alice, and I'm just like, I can't find it.
I found it.
Stupid, aren't I?
I found it, but I was his beta tester, so I can't say that I actually read the book and then found it because I was part of the process. But
he's got a bunch of like Easter eggs and stuff crammed in there, though.
Fish and I are a bad influence because we're on a show together, and then after the show, we dish back and forth, and then he's doing things and I'm doing things, and it's just
it's a problem.
So one of the things I did is I already printed some of the things in advance for that secret reward. Ooh. And if I have too many, then somebody's going to be getting them in these swag bags because they're super cool and I want people to have them. So
that's awesome. Yeah. So it could be you. Back for physical, right? You can't get back to digital. You have to do back to physical.
Mail it to you.
But yeah, like you might just get some. Yeah, that may just get extra stuff. Like I know we tend to stick extra stuff into our packages anyway, but like you might. That's cool. Oh yeah, and you got like a list of a bunch of stuff here, so that's nice. So you kind of know what you might get. That's not all right. Now we've reached the important part here, the hot sauce. Tell us about the hot sauce.
Well, I blame Christopher Brown for this because there was I forget when it was, but he does hot sauce. So the Path of the Pale sauce, the barbecue ghost pepper, is his recipe. And he wanted to use Big James on the cover, on his label of this Path of the Pale sauce. We trade stuff back and forth. We just think it's hilarious, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, that's cool. You could totally do that. Just send me 2 bottles. I want one for me, and then I want to send one to my dad because I think it's hilarious. And I took a picture, and I put it on the interwebs, and guess what? Everybody was like, okay, how do I get one? I didn't anticipate that. So I went to Chris and I was just like, man, I don't know what you want me to do here. Do you want to make me hot sauce and I buy it from you and for my Kickstarters? I'm like, this could blow up, man. And he was just like, no. He's like, you know your way around a kitchen. And he was so gracious. He sent me his recipe. He sent me, where he got the bottles from and the labels and how to shrink wrap. He sent it all to me.
Very cool.
And so I think the first campaign I put it on, we, like 6 people got hot sauce, Path of the Pale sauce. And I started taking it to cons and it really started blowing up. So then I introduced the next 2 flavors, which was the green sauce and the mango habanero. And those started to take off. And then I put those on the Kickstarter and then it went from like 6 bottles to 12 bottles. Last campaign, I sent out 39 bottles of hot sauce.
Holy shit.
To the backers.
That's amazing. Oh, that's so cool. People like hot sauce. I'm not a very hot saucy person.
No.
So my boyfriend loves hot sauce. He's got like a whole collection of hot sauces.
Yeah.
And of course if I'm making food, I try to think of stuff that goes like pairs well with hot sauce, but like everything kind of pairs well with hot sauce. I bet you could, Laurie. I had just came up with a challenge for you. Can you come up with a hot sauce that tastes good if you dump it on your ice cream? Because I'm like sitting here going, maybe that would be the hot sauce that I could try. Because the ice cream,
honey.
yes. So
like
maybe
the
like
pretzels.
the milk and the like that could quell the problem that I have with hot sauce, in which that it just feels like pain, like it tastes good and then pain, and I don't like that part.
Sarah, to be honest with you, my sauces are not that hot, and like Pops Van Zant will rip me a new one every time where he's like, they're delicious, but they're not hot sauce. And I was like, man, they're hot for some people. But I was like, just because you got no taste buds left, that's your fault. Like,
well, maybe we'll have to get some. I know that if I don't like it, if it's too hot for me, if I get the green and it's too hot for me, then I know at least it won't go to waste.
Well, and I mean, like, I put it in stuff like queso, like for chips and stuff. And so, like,
I do like to throw some hot sauce into chili. Like, you gotta put hot sauce in chili, right?
Yeah, so green sauce for sure. And so the other sauces all just came about naturally. Jack's Revenge was off of one of the slice and dices. We murdered a jackfruit, and then I had some left, and I made hot sauce out of it, and it was too dang good. And so I only made 6 bottles. That was one of the hot items on last campaign, and people were like, I need more of this. So I was like, okay. And then finally I caved, and I was like, fine, if you guys want hot pepper juice that's so stinking hot you can't feel feelings. I made it's Carolina Reaper and red pepper, and you need like 3 drops, and then it's good enough for me. So
that sounds like absolute insanity.
Some people are like, you got anything hotter? I was like, do you not like to taste food? Because
you just want some like of Satan blood in it? Like what's hotter than Carolina Reaper? Jesus.
I was like, you can't even find Pepper X. I went looking for it. That's the hottest pepper out there right now.
Yeah.
I did find some red scorpion peppers, and someone was like, okay, yeah, I'll try that. And I was like,
you can buy pure capsaicin.
Ugh.
Oh, no, thank you.
Oh my god. Okay, so that's just pure pain. Like that's why even eat hot sauce at that point? Like does it taste like anything but pain?
Just make a clear hot sauce that's just called Dead Inside. We were like, oh, how hot can it be? It's just like thickened water, right?
Well, it would get people to stop asking you for something hotter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We're starting to get like really in like on this, so we're gonna have to gloss over some of this stuff.
No,
but like let's quickly.
So much on here that people just need to go look.
You do have a ton of
We're
stuff.
We're unlocking poker cards to build a deck. There's the ones that we've unlocked. We unlocked a new one. It's the Queen of Spades. We'll unlock more. The end.
And she's very pretty.
She likes to smile a lot. And then we have dollar stretch goals, of course, where it's like the obviously the more successful we are, we like to reward everybody for participating. I love this one because the digital backers can participate in this as well. Because a lot of times we send like stickers and bookmarks and physical stuff.
I think that we started working together a little too late, but like we'll have to get in on your indie bundles and like cross over our stuff so that we can
love to
get our fans to your fans and vice versa.
Yeah, because I have returning backers every campaign. They're like, I've read all these, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, I gotta find more stuff and switch it out because
it is a problem that we share. A lot of our backers are the same people, and they always are reading our stuff, and so it is a little bit difficult.
Sniff stickers.
Sad pancake sticker.
Like sad pancake. That's Gilbert's fault.
So cute.
By the way.
It's Gilbert's fault that he's cute.
It's Gilbert's fault that there was a puppy that was killed because
Gilbert.
There's a scene in issue 5 where a character that we all love for I don't know why she's terrible shoots an entire family. And Gilbert drew a puppy into this scene.
Oh,
but
no!
I always laugh and tell this story because we got to the last panel, and I was like, make sure, Gilbert, that you shoot the dog at the end. And he was like, what?
Oh, he didn't understand the consequences of his actions.
I was like, did you not read the
no!
Shooting everything. Why would you put a puppy in there?
Okay, but Zombie Puppy is really cute though, so we're gonna give him a pass.
I mean, I'm gonna say something. Gilbert is the first one that I have let change the story. because Sad Pancake is genius. It really is. And I mean, like, he just, was putting in a family and thought to put in this dog to be wholesome. But really what it did is it brought in this whole new character that people fell in love with.
Yeah.
And
I hear Sad Pancake
anybody
every
make
time
changes
people
to the
talk about
script.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it is. As a writer, it's really kind of don't touch my stuff. Yeah, like this is
Well,
my
I mean, like,
baby.
you can put things in the background, but you
Sure.
shouldn't really mess with the script, especially one that's as detailed as this.
So he completely accidentally made Sad Pancake a thing, and Path of the Pale Rider's better for it.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you hear a good idea and you can't
Yeah.
leave it.
Well, yeah, he did.
Like, I've been talking about that since issue 5, so I always love telling that story about poor Gilbert and his horror at having to shoot.
Oh
him.
yeah. Oh man. Poor Gilbert.
Poor guy.
Okay. And yes, let's not forget that Laurie likes to smash stuff.
It's good.
Do we know what we're
Sorry.
smashing this time around?
We don't. No, we don't.
Okay.
Because I put out like a list of weapons and I'll brainstorm. And it depends on when we're going to actually do the slice and dice what's in season. Because watermelons are a summer thing and pumpkins are a fall thing.
Right.
So
Yep. Fair.
those are our two mainstays. I would love to do more jackfruit, but then I feel bad about wasting it now that I'm going to be making hot sauce out of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Candy.
Yes.
Man, okay, we need to keep going, but
Keep going.
Yeah,
Magnet.
everybody go and look at this for yourself
There's so
and like,
much.
yeah,
But
and if
these
you
are
have
stretch
questions,
goals. Right.
you could-
So we're going to keep going to get these cool things.
yeah,
And
these
what's
are all
great
things
about-
that don't, yeah, you can't get these yet.
Right. And the great thing about stretch goals is you don't have to back anything additional. These come to you for
Yes.
free when we continue to grow. And how far we grow, that's the extra stuff that you get. So
Yes, so
this is my favorite part right here.
yeah, this is
Like
so
my
Laurie and me and
brain.
Ed and it happened on an episode of this show actually.
yeah, didn't it?
It's okay, it makes sense to put Immortal Era and Path of the Pale Rider together, but
Yeah.
Produce Cats,
I don't care, man.
We made it
Everybody
work.
loves cats.
we made it
As
work,
seen
and
by
Gary,
James and said Pancake. People in my universe love animals.
yeah, obviously, yeah. I'm pretty sure that we have several people who backed all three. So like, okay, so if you got you and Ed, if the backers back yours and Ed's, you get this cool reversible not sticker, trading card, right?
Trading card. It's a metal trading card with art on both sides.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's pretty cool. Back Path of the Pale Rider and Produce Cats, and you get Dino Nugget and Gary the rotten avocado.
Yes.
Or avocado. But then if you back all three, you get the trading card and the stickers. And for my side of the deal, if you back all three, you get the trading card. So you'll get all this stuff, plus you'll get an extra magnet from me if you back all three.
Ooh.
So, and it's gonna be Gary again, like it's Gary.
That's
It's
so
Gary.
cool.
You'll get a Gary sticker and a Gary magnet. I mean,
And then
I could.
you get Ed McMahon blowing up.
Yes, which we'd be fine with that, right?
Who's the guy? Brains? Who's the
Vin.
guy? Vince McMahon?
Vince
That's
McMahon,
it.
yeah.
Thank you. I said it wrong. I'm not a wrestling fan.
Close enough.
So, yeah.
Close enough. He's a controversial figure. Okay. So we just put like half of the show into Path of the Pale Rider
Sorry,
stuff.
guys.
But it's fine because I have a feeling not everybody has seen the movie that we're going to talk about tonight, which is 28 years later. And let's just jump right on into it. What are our opening thoughts on this? Laurie, you're the guest. You can tell us first. What were your opening thoughts? How did you feel about this movie when you walked out of the theater?
I was surprised by it because your typical zombie movie is survival from, infection or undead, and there's hordes and aggression, and there was some of that in there, but the focus of this movie, it was a coming of age story
Mm-hmm.
told in the backdrop of 28 years later.
Right.
So we had Infected, but the story was really about Spike and his growing up in this world and having this idea of what his parents are, and his whole world rocked. right? As he
Right.
witnessed like his dad taking him to the mainland, and then his dad's reaction to how his telling yarn, you know what I mean, telling elaborate fish stories about what happened, and he's like, "You're lying." So he's like seeing his dad as flawed, and then of course
Mm-hmm.
the situation with the other woman, and then his
Yes.
he had to come to terms with his own reality and where he wanted to be. You know what I mean? And like
Mm-hmm.
how, and just like his own mortality is really what this movie was about to me. It was interesting for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Brian, what did you think about this movie when you were walking out of the theater?
Definitely a coming of age story. I really liked how they did the zombies, saying 28 years later, and like they're not like these shambling former people. They're just naked animals, and I really liked how they did that. And it was a coming of age story, but it was mostly just traumatizing a 12-year-old for 90 minutes.
Some of it was self trauma.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
He brought that. Yeah, he did a lot. He made choices that definitely contributed to his own trauma. He for sure did.
My favorite was when he was like, "I could protect his mom," and I was like, "Can I swear?
Right.
Can I swear on this show, Sarah?"
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go for
Yeah,
it.
he's like, "The fuck you can!" Like, you go to the mainland once.
Every 12-year-old
and
thinks,
he
hey,
talked to. He
here's a
talked
thing
to
I can
his.
probably do.
Yeah, the old guy that was watching his mother while they were at the party. He talked about how he was so scared he couldn't even do it, and he couldn't, and his dad had to finish his first kill. His dad killed the first zombie that he shot at.
Yeah.
And so like eventually he did kill a zombie, but and you know, it's interesting to call them zombies too, and they actually have a character in this movie call it a zombie. But it's interesting because they're not technically dead.
They're not. They're
not
infected
dead.
with like rabies.
Yeah, it's called the rage virus, right? Like
Right.
they called it the rage virus. And that you're not dead. If you catch this, you're not dead. You are absolutely feral at this point and crazy, rabid, but you're not dead.
Which,
and
what did you think about the birth scene?
oh my god. Horrifying. I saw that pregnant woman walking through the creek and I was like, "Oh god, no. Oh no." Oh no.
Chekhov's pregnancy.
And then I'm very much like, so do the infected have sexual urges? Did that woman get pregnant and then get infected?
No.
Did she get infected and then, because like, how did she get, if she was not infected when she got pregnant, how? Where did she come from? Was she from the island? Was she from one of those boats? Like, where did she come from if she wasn't infected before she got pregnant? And otherwise, but like, how can you be infected? Like, that was my only thought, was like, she got pregnant and then got infected. Because we see later on in the movie that the baby is born and it's not.
So I think that Alpha was after them because that was his baby.
That's what I
think
thought.
that was implied.
That's what I was, that's what I was figuring too. But then I was like, how is that baby not infected then? I'm just like, the laws.
Magic of the
They
placenta.
kind of like glossed over that, where
he literally said the magic of the placenta, didn't he?
Placenta.
but they were both infected. It doesn't make sense.
But if it's a virus, I don't know. Like, I don't know enough about virology. Where's Amanda? Because
Babies are fairly well insulated from that sort of thing. Like,
the placenta is a great
if a woman has herpes, she may not pass it to her kids.
That's what I'm saying. Is it possible for that to happen? Like, is it possible for other viruses as well? Like, what about HIV? And what about, I just don't know enough about the science.
It absolutely is. And this is a fictitious virus, so they can do whatever they want with it. So,
Exactly.
yeah, totally.
That's fair.
I buy it. I buy that.
Yeah, it was very jarring though to see her at all, like just to see,
idea.
and then they give you that fake out. Oh my god, she's going into labor part while she's walking through the stream, and I was like, oh god, no, I don't want to see that. And then they, and then she's in the bus anyway, and it's like, I don't want this. Thank you, I don't want this.
I was like, this is the last thing they need. They're already like, it's a 12-year-old and the mom with something wrong in her head, and
a
a newborn
paranoid
that's gonna
asshole
cry.
like that. I was so not sorry to see that soldier guy go because he
I
was
know.
an asshole.
He was the best character.
He
He
lasted
was
exactly as
very
long as he should have.
entertaining. Yes,
I was
exactly.
like, this is our comedic relief, from all this tension and dread and terrible things that we've seen. He was just like, you can walk? When the mom started walking, he was all upset, like, come on.
I very much appreciate
brother, what is going on here?
I very much appreciate the character. Like, he was necessary to make that whole rest of that section of the rest of the getting to Dr. Kelson would have been a slog if it hadn't been for
Eric.
The soldier.
Yeah.
Eric.
He's like, I'm here now.
and his death scene, extremely gruesome, very cool. Very cool.
I was like, but why? Okay, here's the thing that I didn't understand about the alphas. Because are they trying to protect their herd by killing people? But I thought the rage virus, the whole point of it was to try and infect people. But
Yeah.
the alpha is the one ripping.
I'm guessing.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
why would they do that and not just infect him?
Yeah, my take on it is that because like we saw a lot of the when we first are introduced to that specific alpha, we saw a lot of the people in that stream were either very small, scraggly looking men or women. They were mostly women. I mean, I noticed there were a lot of women there, and I was like, I think it was a herd thing, and I think he wasn't willing. Like, maybe it's because they also, like, the virus has obviously mutated and evolved over the past decade, 30 years almost, and so you assume that because, like, these alphas are smarter and bigger and stronger than anybody, because they're I'm guessing this was a generation after. Because in the first movie, if you've seen the first movie, which I hope you all have, because it's a very good movie. It totally redefined zombies for us.
100% it did.
Yeah, and
that was like one of the first ones where it was like more of an infection than like the undead coming back to life. And
and they aren't dead, but yet somehow calling them a zombie absolutely works. But anyway, the whole premise is that we just have to wait this out because these things, they're too stupid to take care of themselves, so they'll just eventually starve and die, right? And
were they eating these people then?
That's because like we saw those horrifying flashes of scenes where they're eating the deer.
Yeah.
And like also we saw that the alpha is clearly the one who is feeding his pack because he's the one. That's how the deer's head got pulled out by its fucking spine and stuck up high in a tree.
Right. So that's why
it's a very gruesome movie.
I was eating the deer, but wouldn't they also try to infect the people?
Yeah.
So I think
there might be kind of the alphas calling it me like, okay, this one's for food, this one's for enhancing our herd.
Yeah, like he's smart enough that he knows. Yeah, he's smart enough that he knows the difference between a woman and a man, and he knows if a man comes in is going to be a threat to him, and so he's like, okay, this one can't be infected. I have to get rid of this one. Like, they imply very strongly that these alphas, like, we can see because we meet two alphas through the course of this, and they're larger than the rest of the because there's fast zombies and then there's slow zombies, and the alphas are larger. Yeah, I didn't get that. Like,
the worm zombies, the fat ones.
If I never see those scenes again with the worms, I will. That will be too soon. And the sound, there was something about the surround sound in a movie theater, and you hear that slurping noise, and
that's what got you.
No, well, yes, but it's just I don't know, something about that was just super gross.
Too much crushed up Oreos.
Yeah. Brian's canceled.
Gold star. That's the comment of the night. That's it.
That's a common analog for film crews use for dirt.
And they use Jello and milk to make the worms. I know how it works.
Yeah.
It's gross though. It's just like the understanding of what we're supposed to be seeing is just bleh. Still.
Yeah.
catch
I
them up
don't
pretty well.
understand. Like, I don't understand the point. Like, how did are the fat ones partially decomposed? Like, why are they fat?
I don't
If they
know
only
why
eat
they're
worms.
fat, because I think they're eating worms and stuff.
Yeah,
It
like
didn't
why
show,
are they
they were
bloated like that?
capable of catching anything. Uh-huh.
I don't quite understand the point of the fat ones versus the fast ones. There's the fat slow ones and the fast skinny ones. And I don't understand the like, I guess it was to give Spike something easy for his first kill.
Yeah, and I think it was just to show like the virus has mutated. There's
Yes,
different
that's true too,
forms
yeah.
of it out there. There's
And
different kinds of zombies at this point.
Yeah,
I
and
don't-
it's not as simple as just that person was obese when they got infected,
Right.
and that's why they're obese now, because they all the fat zombies kind of had the same look. So that's what the virus does to them, I think.
We could find out more. You know, this is a trilogy, right? There's
Yes.
going to be another one in January, and then there'll be, I don't know when the third one is coming out, but there will be a third one in
Yes.
2026.
Yes. They're both coming out in 2026? That's
One
cool.
is in January. Maybe
I
could be
know,
wrong.
right?
I thought it was another in 2026, but again, it's like they announce it and then they change it, so I don't know.
Yeah, so I feel like with this movie, there's a distinct, like, there's almost a line that you can draw between the first half and the second half. The first half is so, like, that scene where they're running from the Alpha on the causeway.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was, I have not been that tense. Because I just assumed that the dad was gonna die. Like, somebody, like, nobody that we were meant to care about died in this, which I thought was interesting. Like, nobody that were meant to care about died by zombie.
I was like,
Right.
Yeah,
what?
they definitely, somebody dies in this. Somebody dies that we were meant to care about, but nobody dies by zombie. Nobody is killed by zombie. So, I mean, I would call, because Isla is Spike's mother, and the whole reason that this adventure even happens is because Spike learns that there's a doctor on the mainland, and so he does some shitty stuff, even for a 12-year-old, to get out. Like, he set fire to a barn. They had very limited resources, and he set fire to some of those resources.
The resources!
Yes, he didn't just set fire to a barn. There was stuff inside that barn.
Yeah.
And it's not like they have fire hoses and trucks and shit to put that out quick. They had to do a bucket line. Like, that's how they had to put that thing out. And so all those resources gone. And I understood his intentions were pure, but 12-year-olds don't think things through.
And that's probably the reason why he decided not to come back.
Yeah.
Better not.
Is because he was worried about the consequences to that.
Yeah, and he
Also-
wanted to walk until he couldn't see the sea. He did make a point of that too.
Yeah,
But I think he
and,
was
like-
disillusioned with his father, and he was afraid of the consequences of coming back. He would have to face punishment for what he did, because they at that
Yeah.
point had to be very sure that he was the one
I'm sure.
who did
Right.
it. Like, I mean, there was no other way. He tricked that one guy into leaving his post.
Yeah.
They know
They
why.
knew 100% they knew it was
Yeah.
him.
And
Plus,
so
looking his dad in the eye and being like, I took mom to the doctor and he killed
yeah.
You know, to come
And
back
so-
to that.
Yeah, so he has so Spike learns from his coming of age trip to go kill zombies. He learns that there's actually a doctor who they believe is crazy on the mainland. That's why Jamie, Spike's father, refuses to take Isla to. And I kept thinking about Brian's cat every time they said her name too, because Brian's cat's name is Isla too.
Oh no.
Yep.
Yeah, so they say Jamie refuses to take Isla to see the doctor on the mainland because he believes the doctor is insane. Yada yada. Understandably so. But at this point, Spike is so disillusioned with the lies that his father told and the imperfection, the human imperfection that is his father. He's so very angry with his father. He's like, I'm just gonna, like, clearly nobody cares about mom. I'm gonna do this myself. So he sneaks her off the island by setting fire to their resources. And then they go and they have a little adventure finding the doctor, in which they encounter and then witness the gruesome murder of Alec. And then they, what else? They witness the fact that the infected can get pregnant and give birth, and give birth to completely not infected babies. I'm so confused about that. I hope that they elaborate on that in the upcoming movies, because yeah, I want to know what the hell. Like, are they growing these babies to adulthood in cages and then infecting them? Like, what is going on here? I'm so
They would
confused.
probably just infect them immediately, wouldn't you think?
Do they grow? They're not dead.
They're
Not dead. I keep forgetting that they're not dead. I keep thinking of them as zombies, like zombies can't grow, but these aren't traditional zombies.
Right.
So, okay. But yeah, that's why, that's what my assumption was, that Samson was the doctor named the big alpha, the second alpha that we meet, the doctor named him Samson. The doctor, so they saved the baby from the alpha. I mean, I guess save is, because we could be looking at like an I Am Legend situation.
His parents and his mom got shot.
Yeah, like we could be looking at have you ever read I Am Legend?
Yes.
The movie is great, but the book.
No, the book.
The book, like the movie, yeah. I saw the movie before I read the book, and I was like, I read the book, and I was like, what the fuck? That was nothing. That was not. I Am Legend. The movie is a good movie, but it is nothing like the book. If you read the book, you like it feels like 28 years later, kind of almost took some cues from that, because it's almost like the infected are creating their own new society that we don't understand, so we want to kill it. And but anyway, so like, yeah, you can look at it. You can look at the baby thing from two totally different. Like they did steal it from its mother. They killed its mother, and they stole it from its father. But also they stopped it from getting infected. So I guess it depends on what camp you're in about whether or not you think that was good. Obviously, the whole, like, if you watch the movie, you see why that ends up being a quote unquote good thing for Spike, like for Spike's emotional journey. But anyway, I hope that they elaborate on the baby stuff in the second movie, because what the fuck? I have so many questions.
I think we'll get more now that it's like we're back in that world, and it's like you can only explain so much of it from a 12-year-old's point of view. You know, and then you didn't have functioning adults really for more than half of the movie. Right. So it's like you need to have.
Arguably, none of them at this point are functional the way that we think of functional adults. So, and the least crazy one is the crazy doctor. What the hell's that about? Like, I would
pretty crazy.
if I would have been Spike, I would have been like, okay, can we just live with you now? Because, but the only reason that it's not a good idea is because that alpha clearly wants that baby, and having the baby, and that baby's not totally safe by being on the island there. As long as the alpha doesn't know that the baby, like, if he can smell it or something, like, there's a reason. Yeah.
And I mean, when we were watching the movie in the theater, and they were like, they're going up the causeway in the beginning. So Spike and his dad have gone to the mainland. They're heading back, and they're trying to outrun this alpha. And I was like, what would stop the alpha from coming up the causeway? I was like, just because they couldn't see them before doesn't mean he can't see them now. And then here comes the alpha, and I was like, I hate being right all the time. I was like, here he comes.
Yep. And that scene made it worth the ticket price for me.
Terrifying.
It was so anxiety inducing. Yeah, it genuinely made me scared for them.
That nightmare where you're trying to outrun the monster.
Yes.
And you just can't, you're just not fast enough.
Oh.
You know?
And they like, and then the kid falls, and then the dad falls, and I'm like, I was so sure, because like we figure out pretty quickly that the kid is the main character, and I was like, oh, the dad's gonna die, and then it ended up not happening, and I was just, I was confused, and I was surprised by the end of the movie that, again, nobody that we were meant to care about died by gruesome zombie death, so that was cool. But anyway, yeah, highly recommend you watch the movie if you like the anxiety-inducing stuff, just for that one scene alone. Or look it up on YouTube or something. I don't know. You can't appreciate it if you just look up the clip of that one scene. You have to watch the movie. But okay, so let's try and get through the rest of this. Okay, so Spike sneaks his mother off the island. They encounter a lot of stuff, including the meeting up with some fat zombies that his mother disassociates and murders a fat zombie, which is amazing. Like, how did she not, like, she was so confused the next morning. They're curled up together, napping against the rock, and they're like, what the hell happened? That's my coat that this dead zombies but wrapped in, and his mother is so confused. She genuinely does not know what happened. But we see in a flashback, she is the one who just fucking, oh my god, she wrapped. It was like just badass move. She just snuck up behind it and wrapped the coat around it, and then just fucking shattered its skull against that altar that they were laying against. It was a good scene too. That was a good scene too.
I was hoping that she was just a badass in hiding.
I was too. I know. I was so sad. Like I was so. Like part of me was hoping that whatever they found out by the doctor, because I was torn through much of that. It was like, is the doctor actually going to be crazy, and it's going to be like a chainsaw murder type thing, or is this going to be like he's a totally normal actual doctor? And right up until we actually meet him, we don't know, is he really crazy or is he just misunderstood? Finally they have the scene with the birth and the Eric's death, and then we meet the doctor who saves them from Samson, the huge, massive, super naked alpha zombie. And I have a question, y'all. Do you think that was a stunt penis?
Yeah.
Because that fucking zombie, like, it's so, like, the adult, mature me wants to say that doesn't matter at all. But
That's
then,
terrifying.
the freaky little pervert in me was like, why is that zombie so stacked? What the hell?
He's an alpha.
Yeah. Well, and that was like, were they featuring that so very prominently, specifically so that we would understand that yes, indeed, he is fertile, and yes, indeed, he is the father of that baby? Was that like an implied clue that they're breeding and they are creating more of their own, and this is the new society, blah blah blah. Like, that's
how I took it.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, it's still like I'm so conditioned after years of being fucking spoon-fed stories in movies that I no longer trust that I can just infer what actually happened in a movie. But that's what it felt like to me. So I'm glad that somebody else felt that way too. But
that was me too. I was like, I mean, like, we knew as soon as the movie came out, people were like, what? And then the memes started coming out.
Yes.
Like, okay.
And like,
all right.
Marvel movies have been gaslighting us for decades now. And again, making us say, whatever you think is happening, that's not what's happening. This is what's happening. And like, they're spoon feeding us everything that we need to know to understand the movie, and we don't get the opportunity to let our imaginations wander because they are controlling the story so tightly. And then you get a movie like this where, like, you get to let your imagination roam and you're just confused and like, am I thinking of the right thing? Am I way off? What's going on here? I need somebody to explain it to me. But in the, when you think about it, like, that's what makes the movie fun to watch. Like, I want to watch it again sometime because it was interesting enough that I'm like, maybe I missed some clues about like what it is the parentage of the baby zombie, or is it that she was already pregnant when she got infected? Because that seems unlikely, but possible. It is possible though, so that's what happened.
It is. Yeah, I could see that. That could happen. I mean, like,
it's unlikely, but possible.
I was gonna say, but the dad would have recognized if it was someone from their colony.
Yeah.
Don't you think they would have recognized her?
I don't know. She had a lot of area to roam. Yeah, it's so like there's quite, and that's what's fun about the fact that they did not spoon feed us the entire story.
Right.
Because now we get to think about that, and that's gonna make it like that fucking movie's gonna live rent free in my head for a while because I'm wondering how is that baby born without being infected? Who's the baby's father? Why are the alpha zombies so much bigger than the regular male zombies? Like, there's just so many questions. And why are the fat zombies unable to walk? So it would seem they did. The one that snuck up behind them did kind of, the one that snuck up behind them, I think, did rise to their feet, and I think it was a female, but I don't.
Yes.
It was very hard to tell because they were just all very similar. And why were they so hairless? They had hardly any hair, but the fast zombies, tons of hair.
Yeah.
So lots of questions. They finally get to Dr. Kelson's, and they find out, and he shows up bright fucking yellow, weird, and so you're like, oh, okay, so Jamie, Dad was right that he's crazy. He's crazy.
Right.
He's painted himself yellow, and then he explains, and it's like, sorry, I look so weird. Turns out that iodine kills the virus, and like, oh, it makes perfect sense why he's yellow.
Yeah.
And we find out he is in fact not crazy at all. He's doing the best that he can, and he actually has taken so the reason that Jamie thought they were crazy, that he was crazy, is because he was collecting bodies. And Jamie was like, okay, only a crazy person would do that, but it turns out he's actually just eccentric. Because in this world, money has no meaning, so you can be eccentric without being rich. Like, you know, poor people are weird, rich people are eccentric.
Attached to the humanity of these people and wanted to give them some kind of burial or last rites. And in this world, it's like, how do you do that? You can't bury these people. And so he made like a monument. It's like a city of bones to pay tribute to all these people that lost their lives. But that looks pretty fucking creepy from...
Out of context.
Yeah, when you see the poster, you're like, why? What is that? That's horrifying. And then we see it in the context of the movie, and yeah, it makes total sense, and it's not creepy anymore. And we, as a species, humans have been doing that for centuries. Have you ever seen the bone chapels?
Under Paris?
Ossuaries? Yeah. They're everywhere.
In the churches. Yeah, like in the crypts and stuff that are underneath like all the old churches in Europe. It looks like that.
Yeah, and it's that's what I did not pick that up at all when I was looking at the previews of everything. And boy, did they sell the shit out of that being creepy as hell in the previews, because I had no idea that it was actually a very respectful memento mori. That he straight up says it's a memento mori. And it is very, it was like they obviously took inspiration from the ossuaries in Europe to make this whole thing. And I was like, this, like the big chunks of wood sticking out from there, like, oh, that just makes it more sinister looking. But then when you see there's a perfectly good reason for them to be there. Because you can't make a 300-foot tower of skulls if you don't have a way to climb that 300-foot tower. So it makes perfect sense. Eric gets put on that tower. We find out after Dr. Kelson, with all of his ability, says he's pretty sure that Isla's gonna die and it's gonna be soon, and poor Isla's in a lot of pain anyway. So she makes the decision to be euthanized by Dr. Kelson, which is a very controversial topic in our society, but in that one it kind of makes perfect sense, because she could have left there while she still had her memory, and she still could make sure Spike knew how much she loves him. And like, yeah, exactly, she still had some capacity, because you could see there were times where she would get very confused. And
now, okay, this directly correlates to Path of the Pale Rider.
Yes, perfect.
My zombies, right, my living impaired, are Isla, where they are confused at times, but they can still have these moments of clarity where they recognize you. And it's like, at some point, they will lose their humanity. So what do you do? And in this world, she chose to be euthanized, like you said, but in my world, that's not an option. So you have to figure out, you know, what do you do?
I need Jude to get on this shit.
Yeah, like, figure it out, Jude. We're not there yet. We gotta figure it out.
I mean, obviously, you have your story planned out, so you know what's gonna happen. But the rest of us are sitting here going, "When the hell is he gonna figure this shit out?"
I'm telling you, we're going downhill. So the first 12 issues are the first arc. He does figure it out in the first arc. So once we get past 7, I've told people everything's going to change. And then if you're paying attention in 8, you might figure it out. If you're paying attention in 9, you most likely will figure it out. If you haven't figured it out by 9, I smack you in the face with it in the beginning of 10.
Perfect. Yeah, that's actually, I briefly, like, that thought went through my head when you were talking about how their brains slowly decay and they no longer can have the capacity for humanity. But yeah, absolutely. It's a direct correlation to Isla.
Yeah.
And Isla is lucky, if you think about it in that respect. Like, Isla's lucky to get to make that choice. And I did think that whole thing, they went so fast through that. And I don't think that it would have worked if they had, like, given Spike, like, you know, in real life, you would not be okay with that happening in the space of a single evening. All of that, where Spike's like, he finds out his mother's dying and then suddenly she's gone. Like, that was too fast.
Yeah.
It's almost
However,
like they made a movie about traumatizing a 12-year-old for 90 minutes.
yeah,
Just saying.
It's like
that's what they do. But
And
then,
that's the time they chose to play the uplifting music when they're like, "Hey, 12-year-old, we're gonna drug you and then euthanize your mom. But don't worry, you can place her skull on the grave." So
on the top so that she can,
swelling
and
orchestra.
then he very deliberately turns her face towards the sunrise, and it was as beautiful a moment as it could have been given the situation.
I was like, that is the tallest Jenga tower ever. I was like, what if you...
Yeah. What? I hope he put something in the center of it to like stabilize it, because holy shit.
Oh,
But he climbed up it without any trouble. So I mean, in the fact that the doctor had been climbing it for decades at that point, it should have been fine, right? Hopefully. we'll hope that it doesn't, because it is like he's got this whole like bone forest that surrounds the bone tower, or the skull tower, and it is very beautiful. And if you can look past the fact that it's human bones and not let yourself be grossed out by it. Again, I think that Europeans probably had not nearly as much trouble with that, because that's a thing. Oh, it's not a thing in America.
Yeah.
We don't do that with we don't display dead bodies here.
Right.
It's starting to become a thing, I understand, but if you watch Ask a Mortician, if you watch Caitlin Doty on YouTube, it's starting to get to be a thing where like they put bodies on display. I'll send you a link to the specific YouTube video that I'm thinking about, but it's interesting. It's not the same as the ossuaries, and it's certainly not the same as this.
I was like, are we
Bone
going full on
forest.
taxidermy? We're going to keep Meemaw in the living
Maybe.
room on the couch?
Yeah,
integrate some animatronics.
It is a little bit of taxidermy. It is a little bit of animatronics too. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Okay,
We
so
finally
let's
folded
not
some
past
damn
that.
laundry.
Elon Musk, we found a new skin for your robot.
Oh my god.
That is Nana. Thank you,
Can they
everybody.
reproduce? Yeah.
I'll be seeing myself out.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so then we see Spike with the alpha attacks again. We're pretty sure he's attacking because he wants that baby. And he almost and oh man, that was another tense moment. He almost kills Dr. Kelson. But Spike manages to save him at the last second by sedating him with Dr. Kelson's zombie tranquilizing darts. And then they both realize, like, the fact that Dr. Kelson's like, I think you two better go now. He understands that it's probably because the alpha wants that baby.
Yeah.
And so Spike sneaks back to the island where his village is, leaves the baby at the gate, and then goes back to the mainland, which he claims is because he wrote a letter to his father, right? And claims he's not ready to come back, and he just wants to see the inside of the island where you can't see the sea. And that would have been that was where I expected the movie to end, was just like he's gonna go see the sea, and then it absolutely does not end there at all.
Left turn.
No, we see, because there are notes and hints and there's nods to Jimmy all throughout, and the opening scene is a child named Jimmy. So like and I thought that Jimmy was maybe going to refer to Jimmy from the first one, because we saw Jimmy stuff in the teasers, and I thought Jim is the name of Cillian Murphy's character in the very first one, and so I thought maybe that was him. Nope, it's not. And then we get this cult. It's a cult, right? It has to be a cult.
A parkour cult.
The goddamn tracksuits. What? Clean, brand new fucking tracksuits.
They butted right up against Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, fucking ninja chavs. What was that about? Like, that wasn't something that I expected in this. I mean, obviously they dropped some heavy religious themes in this. I was expecting some kind of cult stuff. I was expecting it to be humans or uninfected people worshiping the zombies. I expected that, honestly, and I did not get that. So that was cool because I am so tired of being able to predict what's going on in the movie in the first 20 minutes. And that was refreshing. I was completely wrong. And then yeah, fucking Jimmy. What and then I mean obviously
more Jimmy next time, I'm sure.
Yeah, oh for sure. And we know that it's the Jimmy from the beginning where he escapes the original infection is in fact this Jimmy because he has the cross that his father, we see his father give him the cross and then his father dies. And
father is infected.
Yes, he's not dead. Right? Well, he might be dead at this point. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, his father is gone. His father's not his father anymore. Whether or not he's dead is irrelevant at this point because it's not his father anymore. Jimmy, very much alive, and he's wearing the cross, now somehow upside down.
I think it was upside down. I
It was.
can't remember. That's one of the things where I need to see that opening scene again.
As a person who was raised Catholic, I am positive it was upside down.
Yeah,
That's not.
at the end it was. But I'm trying to remember if it was upside down from the beginning.
Oh no, when he handed it to him by the chain, and it was hanging the correct way. It definitely was. And
Jimmy's effed up.
yeah, and the cross. I'm not gonna. We don't have time to get into religious.
12-year-old.
Yeah. We don't have time. We don't have time to get into the religious significance of an upside down cross right now because that's evil stuff. But you can look that up yourself. What does an upside down crucifix mean? You'll get in if you make sure you have at least an hour because it's religious significance and religious it's intense. So it's a lot.
One of the disciples, don't quote me on which one, but one of them was crucified upside down.
Yes.
Because he was like, I'm not worthy to be.
Yeah, Peter was crucified upside down. Okay. At the time, like that's when the crucifix like started to get its symbolism was when Peter and Jesus and several notable people in the Bible were crucified.
Some of them were on the X cross.
Yeah.
That it was like one of them was like, I'm not worthy to be,
Yeah, that was Jesus on the hill.
As Jesus, so they flipped it.
Yeah, it's I don't remember why they flipped it, but yeah, that sounds. And there was the Jesus was crucified next to two criminals as well, and he forgave them of their sins. He gave them confession on the cross and they got to be roped to it, but he got nailed to it. That seems unfair. Anyway, we don't want to talk. We don't want to get into religious stuff here because we will be here all night. No, it's a whole nother. That's a whole nother episode. But. Yeah, so then, and that's where it ends. Like, we see that upside-down crucifix, we see creepy Jimmy smiling very creepily, and then that's the end of the movie.
Dun, 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 dun.
And I thought, it's very much coming of age, it's very much also traumatizing that kid. And I thought, we had a conversation about it while we were driving back from the movie theater. I was like, this kid had a very interesting, he learned in the space of a very short amount of time that his father, just a person, just a guy, makes mistakes. He's totally human. But he didn't get that from his mother because his mother was acting out because she was sick. And then she's dead. So he has a very idealized version of his mother in his head, and that's going to shape the rest of that kid's life. And I'm curious about what's going to happen. Is he going to join that cult of Jimmy? What's going to happen there?
I don't know. It depends how crazy the cult of Jimmy is. Because again, sorry, I have an alpaca. Spike grew up in this, I would say, mostly normal society.
As normal as they could be, I guess. Yeah. Right? Very insular, very, very community-minded. Yeah.
So to be thrown into the cult of Jimmy might be a pretty shocking experience. Yeah. Who knows what Spike is going to do?
God, okay, so the fact that, do you know Jimmy Savile? He's a British guy, and we did not have any knowledge. He was not he's very famous in England, but he is not a personality here. And he turned out he was an eccentric guy. And then I think it was after his death or just shortly before his death, they find out that he gets investigated, and we all find out that he's actually a fucking monster. I think he was knighted and everything, and they took away his knighthood and everything. Like, he is a monster. Yeah, look him up. I don't want to spend a lot of time on him, but I had to do a little bit of digging, and I did not have to dig far to find out that, yes, the Cult of Jimmy in that movie is very much styled after this guy.
Great.
So, if you want to get some research in before you go see 28 Years Later #2, which I think is called The Bone Temple. It's 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. Yeah, so that you can look up that guy, because he's an absolute fucking monster, and we did not know it for pretty much his entire life. He was idolized and beloved. Somebody, a British person on Reddit, said the closest American comparison I can come up with is, imagine if you were that kid and you came across a group of super agile ninja people that were all dressed like and worshiping Bill Cosby.
Oh God.
Yeah.
We're in trouble.
Yeah. So, and that's not like I managed, I said that, and being a bit of an Anglophile, I knew of Jimmy Savile before, and I was like, actually, it's worse than Bill. It's worse.
Right.
Bill is a monster, but this guy is actually a little worse. So, I don't think that Spike is in for a great time in the next movie.
No.
He's not.
Do you
He's
think
not.
they'll traumatize him?
Brains.
Hard to
It.
imagine.
The continuation of trauma.
I mean,
Thanks, Danny
it wouldn't be right in a horror movie if the main character didn't get traumatized. So
Hey,
I
kid,
gotta assume.
want
But
some therapy?
yeah, it'll be interesting because 28 days later and 28 weeks later, absolutely no fucking connection between the people in there. It was two separate movies. The only reason that you need to see the first one in order to enjoy the second one, you really don't. But it just you get an appreciation for the understanding of how the world became the way it is. That's all. But you don't need to watch any of these three movies. You don't need to watch the first two to enjoy the third one either.
Right.
You don't. It gives you an appreciation for how the virus evolved and came to be, but you don't need to see it. You don't need to see the first two to enjoy the third one. Mm-hmm. And that being said, I'm like, I have so much more I could say about this, but like, what do we have? Do we have any criticisms? Because we are way over time already. So like, do we have? Because we were kind of going through criticisms, but if you have any criticisms that we haven't gotten to yet, mine is mostly just about what we don't know. I'm just frustrated mostly by what I don't know.
But again, I think it's just because we're going to get 2 more movies, and you can't put all your cards on the table in the first one because then people won't come back.
Yeah.
So I think, I respect Danny Boyle as a creator. I think that he really does a good job. So I enjoyed the movie. Again, when I saw people commenting on it, because a lot of my friends are in the zombie genre, like zombie
I should think so. Yes.
All my close creative friends are zombie writers, and it's like they all saw it on opening night. And the thing that they said the most was, go into it with an open mind. And I was like, I don't know if I like that or not. So, but really, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good, but it wasn't your typical, it's not World War Z, which I will go off on.
Goodness.
It's not Night of the Living Dead. It's not Train to Busan, right? And it's not even anything resembling 28 Days Later.
Yeah, it's a part of the franchise, but it's somehow a completely separate entity too.
It's in the same world with the same rules in the future. So again, you're getting a completely different feel. So it was refreshing to see something new. Mm-hmm. Even though I was able to predict a couple things, that's just me. That's how I am. But it's
it wasn't completely without those kinds of problems,
right.
But the tropes. What are you gonna do? It's a trope.
An animation. It wasn't a reboot. Like, we're doing the same story. We're just doing it from a different way, which we're getting a lot of that in Hollywood right now. So this was kind of refreshing. You know,
very much so. It was technically within that universe, but it's completely standalone film, and that we need more of that right now because I'm getting so sick of remakes. And like just like again with I've said it a million times on this show now. There are so many amazing indie creators. I know tons of them myself. I'd like to think I am one. I'm at least a good one, I think. But my point is, there are stories out there that are brand fucking new. You do not need to keep remaking shit. Stop playing it safe just for the sweet cashy money and take a chance. For Christ's sake. Let's do a quiz. Damn it. Okay. Let's.
I don't even know why I have this. It was just on my desk.
Emotional support llama?
Yeah.
Alpaca?
I don't know.
Oh, alpaca. Whatever.
You know, it could be a llama. It does not. It does say it's a llama. Oh, it's evil then. Llamas are evil.
In real
Okay.
life.
Llamas are.
You just give them a wide
We'll go
berth.
with temperamental.
They're like, they listen to heavy metal and have knives under their fur.
Yeah. That tracks. Tracks with everything that I know about it. Everybody who has been watching, even if you haven't watched the movie and we just spoiled the hell out of it for you, I mean that's on you. You got warned about that. It's in the thumbnail, it's in the intro. You were warned. But anyway, oh shit, I didn't know you could do that. Just make an emoji.
I just
be your
found that
name.
out.
Nice. Anyway, yeah, you guys are all welcome to
Right.
join in. Play.bookit.com. Enter that big number at the top there, or you can just scan that QR code with your phone. If you can do it on a computer, it seems like it works a little better because Bookit kind of sucks. But I mean, it does specifically hate Amanda, so there's that.
Right. Should I
Very,
yell-
very much
yell out
hates
the
Amanda.
door that she should play 6, 7, 8 times?
I'm surprised she even tries anymore. I would have given up a long time ago.
Maybe it's just for the comedic effect at this point.
Oh, if somebody other than Laurie wins,
Prizes
we have a prize. Laurie is gonna supply the prize.
Sweet.
to be announced depending on who wins.
See people watching. There's more people watching. This is just 2 people in the game here, but I see more people watching. So
Okay. Because if
Please
you guys
join
win,
us.
I'll send you things.
yeah, you get stuff.
If Brains wins, I think he won last time.
I'm sneaky like that.
I think Brains won
Didn't
last
you?
time.
You got an issue of number 1 too, didn't you?
Yeah, Brains got it at issue 1.
Path
Yep.
of the Pale Rider. Yeah. So
That's
you
why I was like, depending on who wins, like if it's Brains, I'll send you an issue 2 so you can keep reading.
Sick.
But if someone else wins, then you get issue 1 if you haven't read it before. If someone has read all 6 and you have backed issue 7, I will send you merch.
Sweet.
Nice.
Because we can't have you go empty-handed.
Stop. I've had my hair in a ponytail for like half the day, and it just wants to stay that way now. But then it's like flopping around, and it just occurred to me that I have a ponytail tie here, and I could put it back.
Amazing.
And I think about shaving my head every day.
Oh, Lord, don't do it.
I mean, it would be so much easier, wouldn't it? And think of the money that I would save on shampoo.
So
alone.
aerodynamic.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Then I would have to
About it.
remember to never go out without a hat because I would absolutely get sunburned immediately.
Just don't do it.
But you'd have all these wig options.
That's
Don't
true.
do that either. No.
Wigs
sunscreen.
are so uncomfortable right now, but I feel like if I didn't have any hair, it would be
Worse.
less uncomfortable.
No,
But also,
they're scratchy.
Yeah, it's like the nets under the wigs are usually kind of, but those are all cheap wigs. I have all my wigs are cheap, so maybe a good wig is nice. I don't know. Anyway, is anybody gonna join with us?
No, everybody hates me.
We've horrified them properly.
Traumatizing.
Well,
12-year-old.
while we're waiting, we'll give you guys like 30 more seconds, and while we're waiting, go back Path of the Pale Rider, or at least open the window up on your browser so that you can do it later. And it's just you can just Google or go to Kickstarter.com and then enter in the search bar, just enter Path of the Pale Rider, and it's first result. So it's actually I think it's only Laurie's stuff that comes up. Just pick the active one.
Like
Don't
all
pick
of
don't pick
all
the
of
ended ones. Pick the active one. So yeah, that's and it's like if for nothing else, you got some really gorgeous art. You got so much merch. You got and if you're not scared like me, you got a good zombie-ish story. It's sort of zombies, sort of not zombies. It's
Yeah,
complicated.
It's more like existentialism and what makes people human, and is it okay to treat people this way when they're losing their humanity in order to protect yourself or for whatever reasons.
Yeah.
And then ultimately this hero's journey to try and figure it out and to see if he can put it back. And the thing is that nobody is safe because they can still continue in the story even if they're undead.
Yep. I mean, the dog. The dog is still alive even though the dog is dead. Like, come on.
You never killed a dog.
Yeah. We had a whole chat about whether or not is Laurie ever going to end up on the website Does the Dog Die?
I didn't see me there. I would look.
You should be there. You should be there. But
I have some triggers in the book for sure. Starting in even issue 1, there's triggers. So sorry.
Based on the covers alone, people should know that.
Yeah, I would think so.
I would think so. All right, let's get this show on the road. Brian's butt's probably starting to hurt now.
It's asleep.
Your butt's asleep?
I have a very uncomfortable stool.
Yes. You guys we should start up like a GoFundMe to get Brian a new chair.
Oh no, Brian.
I don't know
if we can do anything to get you
a better thing. I'm
okay. I made that very first question. All 4 answers were right, and that's the first time I've ever done that. And that was the very first fucking question. It was supposed to be a surprise, and then they just throw it right in the middle there in the beginning. What the fuck?
Ta-da.
Bluey would not exist at all in this universe, by the way, because Bluey is too new for that, and absolutely would not exist. Because everybody who, okay, maybe Bluey does exist in Australia, and it won't exist at this place and at this island that we're at.
Because they do imply that the rest of the world is chugging along.
Fine. Like, yeah. And they just left England to fend for themselves. So Bluey probably exists, but
they probably
not
left America out to dry too.
Wouldn't you? That's mean.
Tell me I'm wrong though.
No, I mean we would have been like, we know how to fix this. We don't need your help, like. That's how we often are in, like, World War II. We come in and we're like, we're gonna save the day, even though the English had the war, like, 75% won. It's just America.
Gosh, Brains, you are so fast.
He has a method.
But he's been running on everyone. Of course, he saw the movie, but
I saw it earlier today. Like, it's pretty fresh.
Oh, it's very fresh, yeah.
I'm still shaking.
I try to cover at least most of the questions when we're chatting too, and also I try to make it so that if you've seen the movie, you should be able to answer most of the questions with some degree of confidence. But I do like to occasionally throw in weird stuff, like what's, like, oh, it was filmed at a weird aspect ratio and stuff like that. Like I like throwing stuff like that for the super nerds, but I think you guys are both getting them right, and it's just a matter of Brian being faster.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying.
That's literally all it is.
Right, but his fingers are so fast. And I'm like, come on! It's like half a second faster than me every time.
Not that time. You got me on the last one.
It's because I got lucky. Ooh! Got lucky again!
But quite a bit.
Almost caught up. I'm almost there.
Getting closer.
Yeah.
Got 2 more questions. Okay, you both were really fast on that one.
1.7 seconds. Yes.
Now that you know
Oh
my
my God.
secret.
That was fast. Oh, I did it wrong. No, it's the wrong one. I pushed the wrong button.
And I guessed.
Oh, no, I
Oh,
know the answer. And I clicked. I was like, no. I'm trying to be fast
Sir
and
Laurie?
be Ryan.
Shit.
Damn it.
Lame.
Congratulations,
Well,
Ryan.
I really enjoyed issue 1. So
Yeah, so you get to read issue 2 now. Congrats.
I never go easy in quizzes, but like
I
I wanted
noticed.
to win this.
He's like, I need that next issue, Laura. I need to know.
Give it to me.
We go into Santa Claus in issue 2, so you got to see what that looks like. Brains.
yeah. Okay. That was fun.
Yay.
I wonder if this movie was... What was that?
That was a great quiz.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, very nice. Well done.
I do try. I put way more effort than I probably should into these things. Because Brian's always gonna win anyway.
I don't always win.
I think
I've
it was like
legitimately
twice
lost.
Brian didn't win. Something, I don't remember. During the big mega quiz, I think, did somebody beat you in one of those?
I didn't play.
Fish.
We had enough players
that's
that
right.
I
thought,
sat
oh,
up
okay, I thought you
and,
did, yeah.
and chatted
Fish,
with
yeah,
you
because
mostly.
I was like, Fish won for sure, but I was just
Handily.
gonna send.
Both.
Yeah, I
I've
was
seen
just
it
gonna send everybody some stuff for that. I was like, I think we all agreed that I was gonna send you guys some Produce Cat swag once I get it all made.
Sick.
The quiz is cool, or the books are cool.
Tim.
And also, that's Tim. Hi, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Stop.
Just in time for us to leave.
I know. Not always how it happens. I am that person
is.
every
You know-
week on the Tuesday morning brew. They're like, hey, everybody. And I'm like, and here's the credits.
I hate when that happens. I feel compelled to stay for 10 more minutes. It's like, but we can't.
I can't.
We
No.
just can't. So, okay. Next week, we are going to be back with Matt and Steph from
Da-da.
In Symmetry.
Ooh,
Yes.
Jaws.
Yes,
Da-da,
50th
da-da,
anniversary of
da-da.
Jaws. Oh, I'm so excited because I have never seen Jaws ever. I've never seen
What?
Jaws.
Yeah, I just have absorbed the movie through cultural
Yes,
context and
exactly.
everything. I never needed to watch it.
Exactly, and like she said that let's do Jaws, and I was like, oh my god, I don't think I've ever actually seen Jaws. That's how ubiquitous that movie is.
I just inhaled so hard. I just.
Are you okay?
You're right.
Yeah, no, legit have not seen Jaws, so we're gonna have a watch party. Unfortunately, we cannot invite everybody to that because the copyright. But
Yeah.
we said if anybody ever wants to like watch us watching a movie, then we could probably arrange that for like a Discord,
Stream and watch
extra.
party.
Yeah, stream and watch. Yeah. Jaws is 50. It's wild, right? Like Jaws has always been a part of my life, and I don't like knowing that that's 50 because that means I'm old too. I don't like it. I don't like how old I'm getting. I don't like this. It's less about being old and more about there were some things that I figured that I would have done by now in my life, and I know I'm not alone in that. There's stuff that we thought we would be done with by the time we reach this age, and we just aren't, and that's frustrating, but that is a millennial thing, too. Like, if you're a millennial, you absolutely have not hit milestones you were expecting to hit yet. But what are you gonna do? Anyway, Jaws, next week. And then after that, I actually don't think we have anything planned yet, so it's be a surprise. And maybe we'll do some Produce Cats. We'll try and find something that goes with Produce Cats to talk about that day. If we don't, we'll see.
Chef.
What?
Chef.
The movie Chef.
Isn't that the one about the... No, that's the menu. Oh, I was like, no, not that,
This is about a food truck. It's pretty wholesome. And
Oh, is that the one with John Leguizamo and?
yes.
Okay, yeah, that's a good
Yep.
one. You'll like it, Sarah.
Yeah, I don't think that I've seen that one either. I was
Honestly,
trying to like...
it's just kind of a good excuse to get Amanda on and talk about food.
John Leguizamo is also in The Menu.
Interestingly enough, John Leguizamo's in everything, isn't he? He's like the
He's in
he's like
Super
the
Mario
new Kevin
Brothers.
Bacon.
He's in everything. 10 degrees to John Leguizamo.
But the difference between him and Chris Pratt is that everything that John Leguizamo's in, he fucking nails.
This is true.
So, okay. With all that being said, come back next week and we're going to do Jaws. We're going to talk about Jaws and it's going to be fun. Matt and Steph will be back. Thank you so much, Laurie, for coming and joining us and talking about traumatizing things. And, less traumatizing than the first time Laurie was here, for sure.
Funny because
For sure. 100,000%.
it wasn't even like a horror movie. It was just a
It's
traumatizing
too
movie.
real. It's too
So
real. It's
bad,
like, hey, what are
Brian
we going to talk
couldn't
about
finish
today?
it.
We're going to talk about the news.
Yeah, and I
We need
remember like
escapism.
distinctly that being the first time. I think that was the first time that Amanda was even on the show, and it was because Amanda was able to watch the movie and Brian was not. Brian
Sorry,
was
Brian.
unable to finish the movie, and I am so with you. I wish I hadn't done it either.
Aw,
You needed
So-
my emotional support, Llama.
I know you need one. I was
Yes.
like, I need this
Oh,
right now.
unexpectedly traumatizing movie. So, all right. Let's get doing the thing and get the hell out of here because we have stuff to do with our lives, and I'm sure you all do too. So, thank you for watching, and
Thank
we'll
you.
see you next week. Bye.
Bye.